Alright, so last week I traveled to Thailand and had the time of my life. In this video I'm going to show you guys what a transgender bar is like in Thailand, so let's get right into it. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We made it to Bangkok, Thailand. This is my second time here and I am loving it. The first time I came here was back in 2019 before the pandemic. Back then, I was traveling with a good friend of mine who was half Thai. He introduced me to the culture, the food, and most importantly, the nightlife. Now, one of the things that he kept mentioning to me was something called a transgender bar. Now, being from the US, this is not something that we really have there. At least I've never heard of a transgender bar. So he told me that these bars are extremely popular in Thailand, especially in Bangkok. And seeing as I was raised by a pretty open-minded family, I was very interested in checking out this transgender bar. Unfortunately, due to COVID, they were shut down when I visited in 2019, but since the country has opened up again, I figured I would finally check it out. So that is why we are here today. If you didn't know, Thailand is known for its LGBT friendliness and acceptance. There are drag shows and events hosted throughout the year that celebrate the LGBT community. These events draw in tourists from all over the world just to attend. Just a couple weeks ago, a drag event was held in Bangkok that drew in over 6,000 people. You can also legally change your gender on your passport in Thailand. They have a little stamp on your passport that denotes whether or not you identify as transgender. And if you do, they will put a stamp right here. If you don't need it, they will leave it blank. So I thought it would be cool to go to a transgender bar and learn more about the culture and maybe make some new friends along the way. After doing a little research, I found out that there are two main areas where you can find these transgender bars, Siloam and Su. Both of these places are known for their vibrant nightlife and exciting atmosphere. However, they are slightly different. Siloam is known for its ladyboys, whereas Sukhumvit is known for its cross-dressing men. Now, when I first heard that, I wasn't sure of the difference. Ladyboy, I kinda knew what that meant, but cross-dressing men, that was something new to me. Now, after doing some further research, I found out that cross-dressing men are men who dress up as women for the entertainment of others, while ladyboys are transgender women who identify as female. So after learning those differences, I decided that I wanted to visit both types of establishments, starting with the ladyboys first. To get there, we took a taxi downtown to the area that we were going to was called Soi 4, or So. It is an infamous spot where you can find many transgender bars and nightclubs. The taxi dropped us off and we walked down a couple roads until we got to our destination, Tiffany's Show Bar, and I gotta say, as soon as we walked in, I was mesmerized. The bar was packed full of transgender women of all ages. There were also quite a few foreign men there as well. From what I could tell, the women there seemed to be divided between those who were working and those who were there just to hang out. The ones that were working would approach a table and start chatting with the men. It looked like they were either trying to get them to buy them a drink or go somewhere else with them. I'm not entirely sure which one. After looking around, I decided to grab a beer and watch the show. Every hour there's a rotating show that features different women dancing on stage in elaborate costumes. Between each show, there is also a rotating host that comes out and interacts with the crowd. They keep the energy going and hype everybody up for the next performance. The entire place erupts in applause every time the music stops and the lights come up. After the last show finishes, everybody starts filing towards the exit. This is probably the most tame part of the night, because once we step outside, it gets crazy. As soon as we step outside, all the women swarm towards the cars waiting to take them away. They jump in and head God knows where. Then the men start filtering out as well. Some of them leave on their own and some of them are followed by 2 or 3 women. We stayed around for another round of drinks before calling it a night. Once we left, we headed home and called it a day. The next day, I woke up feeling great and ready to check out the other type of bar. This time we were heading to Sukhumvit, which is a different part of town. To get there, we took the BTS SkyTrain, which is the subway system in Bangkok. It was nice to see how the locals get around and experience their way of life. Once we got to our stop, we took a taxi to our destination, New York Bar. Unlike Tiffany's, New York Bar is more of a low-key establishment. There weren't any rotating shows or performances, just a handful of men dressed up as women and some locals watching football. When we walked in, we were greeted by the owner, who gave us a warm welcome. He showed us to our seats and explained how everything worked. Essentially, you just order whatever you want and the women will bring it to you. We ordered a few beers and started looking around. This bar is much smaller than Tiffany's, but it still has a great vibe. There are a few stages set up where you can watch sports or other performances. The walls are lined with photos of famous people from around the world who have visited the bar. I even spotted a few celebrities that I recognize. As the night went on, the bar started filling up. More and more people came in to watch the football game and chat with the women. There was a group of about 5 Australian men who were celebrating one of their birthdays. They were loud and obnoxious, but in a fun way. It was nice to meet them and hear their side of the story. It seems like these bars are a bit more relaxed. The women aren't as polished as Tiffany's and the atmosphere is more chill. That's not to say that they're not attractive, they're just more natural, I guess. As the night went on, I started talking to one of the women named Mami. She was really nice and told me all about her life as a cross-dressing man. She said that she's been doing this for over 10 years and that she loves it. She said that she enjoys the attention and the validation that she gets from the customers. She also said that she likes to express herself and be someone different every now and then. We talked for a while longer about her life in Bangkok and the transgender community there. She said that she thinks it's getting better and that more people are accepting of them. However, she also said that there is still a long way to go. We had to leave after a few hours because we had an early flight the next morning. I was sad to leave Amy and the other women at the bar, but I was also excited to go home and share my experiences with everyone. Overall, my experience at the transgender bars in Bangkok was amazing. I learned a lot about the culture and met some really interesting people. I hope that this video has given you a little insight into the transgender community in Thailand and the unique bars that they have there. If you ever go to Bangkok, I highly recommend checking out one of these bars. You won't regret it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.